The story of Nandamuri Taraka Ramarao, a name that resonates with unparalleled reverence across the Telugu-speaking world and beyond, began in the humble village of Nimakuru, nestled in the Krishna district of Andhra Pradesh. It was here, on the 28th of May, 1923, that this extraordinary individual first opened his eyes, destined to carve an indelible niche for himself in the annals of Indian cinema and politics. Born into a modest agricultural family, his early life was steeped in the rustic simplicity and cultural richness of rural Andhra, experiences that would later profoundly influence his artistic expressions and his deep connection with the common man. Little did anyone then imagine that this child, nurtured by the fertile lands of Nimakuru, would one day become a towering inferno of talent and charisma, a beacon for millions. Today, as we mark his 102nd birth anniversary on this very day, 2025, his journey from Nimakuru to national icon remains a source of immense inspiration. His upbringing, though simple, was grounded in strong values and an appreciation for the local culture and traditions. The agrarian backdrop of his childhood provided him with a first-hand understanding of the struggles and aspirations of the rural populace. These early impressions were not merely fleeting memories but became foundational elements of his worldview, shaping his perspectives and fueling his later commitment to social welfare when he transitioned into the political arena. The sights and sounds of village life, the folk arts, and the Puranic tales narrated during festivals likely sowed the early seeds of his artistic inclinations. His parents, Lakshmaya Chowdhury and Venkata Ramama, provided a nurturing environment, instilling in him a sense of discipline and purpose that would stand him in good stead throughout his multifaceted career. The journey from the quiet bylanes of Nimakuru to the dazzling heights of cinematic stardom and the demanding corridors of political power was not one that happened overnight. It was a path paved with relentless hard work, unwavering determination, and an unshakable belief in his own abilities. The boy from Nimakuru possessed an innate spark, a certain magnetism that was evident even in his early years. His initial surroundings, far removed from the glamour of the film world or the complexities of statecraft, provided a unique grounding. This connection to his roots would become a defining characteristic of NTR, allowing him to portray characters that resonated deeply with the masses and to formulate policies that addressed their fundamental needs with genuine empathy. The significance of his birthplace and his modest beginnings cannot be overstated when one attempts to understand the phenomenon that was NTR. It was this very ordinariness of his origins that made his subsequent achievements seem all the more extraordinary, transforming him into a symbol of hope and aspiration for countless individuals. He demonstrated that with talent, perseverance, and a strong connection to one's people, no dream was too distant, no obstacle insurmountable. The spirit of Nimakuru, with its simplicity and strength, remained an intrinsic part of his persona, whether he was essaying the role of a mythological god on screen or championing the cause of Telugu pride as a statesman. This deep-rooted authenticity was his undeniable strength, endearing him to generations. Before the silver screen beckoned, Nandamuri Taraka Ramarao diligently pursued his education, a testament to his disciplined nature and his family's belief in the importance of learning. He successfully completed his Bachelor of Arts degree from the esteemed Andhra Christian College in Guntur, an institution that would have undoubtedly broadened his intellectual horizons and provided him with a wider perspective on the world. This period of academic engagement honed his oratory skills and perhaps even his understanding of societal structures, facets that would later prove invaluable in both his cinematic portrayals and his political discourses. His commitment to education, even amidst the allure of other pursuits, showcased a mind that valued knowledge and intellectual growth as foundational pillars for any endeavor in life. Following his graduation, NTR briefly ventured into government service, taking up a position as a sub-registrar. This stint, though short-lived, offered him a glimpse into the workings of the administrative machinery and perhaps a closer look at the everyday concerns of the people he served. It was a conventional path, one that promised stability and respectability, yet destiny had a far grander, more unconventional script written for him. The call of the arts, the nascent desire to express and to captivate, proved too strong to ignore. The security of a government job paled in comparison to the vibrant, dynamic world of cinema that was beginning to open its doors to new talents in post-independence India, beckoning him towards a future he was born to embrace. A significant and grounding aspect of his personal life during this transformative phase was his marriage to Basavatarakam Nandamuri in May 1942. She became his steadfast companion, a pillar of support throughout his meteoric rise in the film industry and his subsequent foray into the challenging world of politics. Their union was blessed with a large family, including 12 children, among whom are notable figures like the acclaimed actor Nandamuri Balakrishna and the respected politician Daggubati Purandeswari. Basavatarakam's unwavering presence and her management of the household provided NTR with the stability and peace of mind essential for him to dedicate himself fully to his demanding career, a silent but crucial contribution to his legendary journey. It was during this period, while navigating the responsibilities of family life and a brief professional stint, that the magnetic pull of cinema became irresistible. The Telugu film industry was a burgeoning field, hungry for charismatic actors who could bring stories to life with conviction and flair. NTR, with his striking looks, commanding presence, and a voice that could thunder or soothe with equal ease, was a natural fit. His decision to leave the relative security of his job for the unpredictable world of films was a courageous leap of faith, driven by an inner conviction that his true calling lay in the realm of artistic expression, a decision that would forever alter the landscape of Telugu cinema. The year 1949 marked a pivotal moment in the history of Telugu cinema with the release of the film that introduced Nandamuri Taraka Ramarao to the world. Though his role as a police inspector was a supporting one, his screen presence was immediately noticeable, hinting at the immense potential that lay within. This debut was the first step on a long and illustrious journey that would see him redefine stardom. The initial years were a period of learning and honing his craft, taking on diverse roles that allowed him to explore different facets of his acting capabilities. He approached each character with a unique dedication, meticulously preparing and immersing himself in the part, a work ethic that would become his hallmark throughout his career. The true breakthrough, however, came in the early 1950s with a string of commercially successful and critically acclaimed films. 1951, a fantasy film directed by K.V. Reddy, catapulted NTR into the limelight, showcasing his ability to portray a heroic character with elan and charm. This was swiftly followed by 1951, a historical romance where his performance was lauded for its grace and emotional depth. These films were not just box office hits, they were cinematic landmarks that cemented NTR's position as a rising superstar. The audience was captivated by his dynamic performances, his powerful dialogue delivery, and his ability to connect with them on an emotional level, heralding the arrival of a new matinee idol. His versatility was evident even in these early stages of his career. He seamlessly transitioned between playing a valiant hero in folktales, a romantic lead in social dramas, and righteous characters fighting against injustice. Films like 1952 and 1953 further solidified his appeal among the masses, portraying him as a champion of the common man and traditional values. The 1950s witnessed his rapid ascent, with producers and directors eager to cast him, recognizing his immense crowd-pulling power. He became synonymous with Telugu cinema, his name a guarantee for a film's success, and his face adorned countless posters across Andhra Pradesh, a testament to his burgeoning popularity. The foundation laid during this decade was crucial for the legendary status he would later achieve. It was a period of intense activity, where he not only established himself as a leading actor but also began to understand the nuances of filmmaking from a broader perspective. His collaborations with renowned directors and actors of the era enriched his experience and helped him refine his skills. The adulation he received from the public was unprecedented, and he in turn reciprocated this affection by consistently delivering performances that entertained, enthralled, and often educated. The 1950s were truly the roaring years that announced the arrival of NTR, the actor who would soon transcend mere stardom to become a cultural icon. While NTR excelled in various genres, it was his portrayal of mythological characters, particularly Hindu deities, that etched his image permanently in the collective consciousness of the Telugu people, earning him an almost divine reverence. His majestic screen presence, resonant voice, and profound understanding of the Puranic texts allowed him to breathe life into these revered figures with unparalleled authenticity. He didn't just act as a god, for many he the god on screen. This unique ability to embody divinity made him a household name, with his images as Lord Krishna or Lord Rama often finding a place in prayer rooms alongside traditional idols, a testament to the deep impact of his performances. Perhaps his most iconic mythological role was that of Lord Krishna in the timeless classic, 1957. His depiction of the mischievous, wise and charming Krishna was so definitive that it set a benchmark for all future portrayals. The subtle nuances he brought to the character, from the playful glint in his eyes to the commanding aura in crucial scenes, captivated audiences across generations. Similarly, his portrayal of Lord Rama in 1963 was another monumental achievement. He embodied the virtues of Maryada Purushottama with such conviction that it resonated deeply with the cultural ethos of the audience, reinforcing moral and ethical values through his powerful performance in this blockbuster film. Beyond Krishna and Rama, NTR essayed a plethora of other significant mythological and epic characters. He portrayed Ravana with a compelling mix of arrogance and erudition, Duryodhana with a fierce intensity, and Karna with tragic dignity in various films. His filmography boasts an impressive 48 mythological films, each showcasing his dedication to bringing these epic tales to the silver screen with grandeur and reverence. Films like 1966, where he played both Krishna and Duryodhana, and 1977, where he famously essayed Karna, Krishna and Duryodhana, highlighted not only his versatility but also his immense stamina and commitment to these challenging roles, often involving elaborate costumes and makeup. The impact of these mythological roles extended far beyond mere entertainment. They played a significant role in popularizing and preserving Puranic stories for a wider audience, especially among the younger generations. NTR's performances made these ancient tales accessible and engaging, reinforcing cultural narratives and values. His meticulous attention to detail, from pronunciation of scriptures to body language befitting a deity, earned him the title Vishwa Vikyata Nata Sarvabhuma, Universal Emperor of Acting. For many, seeing NTR in a mythological role was akin to a spiritual experience, a connection to their faith and heritage facilitated by the magic of cinema and the unparalleled talent of this legendary actor. Section 5. Beyond the Divine, a Director's Vision and Versatile Actor. While NTR's portrayals of gods earned him immortal fame, his acting repertoire was remarkably diverse, showcasing his prowess across a wide spectrum of genres, including historical films and social dramas. He brought an equal measure of intensity and conviction to characters rooted in history, breathing life into valiant kings and warriors. A standout example is from 1977, a monumental film which he not only starred in, playing three pivotal roles, Karna, Krishna, and Duryodhana, but also wrote, directed, and produced. This film stands as a testament to his cinematic genius and his deep understanding of the Mahabharata, presenting Karna's perspective with profound empathy and dramatic force, making it an enduring classic. His filmography includes 18 such historical films, each meticulously researched and powerfully enacted. NTR was not confined to epic narratives. He also excelled in social dramas that addressed contemporary issues in human relationships. Films like from 1954, for which he also won a National Film Award as a co-producer, and from the same year showcased his ability to portray the common man, his struggles, and his aspirations with relatable sincerity. He often played characters that championed social justice and fought against oppression, roles that resonated deeply with the masses and contributed to his image as a people's hero. His early superstar status was indeed cemented by such impactful social dramas, which proved his versatility long before his mythological roles became his most defining feature, demonstrating a keen understanding of societal narratives. Beyond his exceptional acting skills, NTR made significant contributions as a director and producer. He directed a total of 18 films, many of which were commercially successful and critically acclaimed. His directorial ventures often reflected his strong storytelling abilities and his penchant for grand visuals, particularly in mythological and historical productions. Under his home banner, National Art Theatre, which he established with his brothers, he produced several noteworthy films like from 1954 and from 1960, the latter also earning him a National Film Award for co-producing. His directorial work, such as from 1969, for which he won the National Film Award for Best Feature Film in Telugu as director and the state government's Best Director Award, demonstrated his comprehensive command over the medium of cinema. His remarkable career spanned 47 years, during which he acted in an astounding 302 films, a feat that speaks volumes about his dedication, discipline, and enduring appeal. He also holds the distinction of performing in 32 films in dual roles, further showcasing his versatility and willingness to experiment. Working with nearly 95 directors, he absorbed various filmmaking styles while leaving his own indelible mark on each project. NTR's cinematic journey was not just about achieving stardom, it was about exploring the vast possibilities of storytelling, pushing creative boundaries, and leaving behind a rich legacy of films that continue to entertain and inspire audiences even decades later. A true multifaceted legend of Indian cinema. After an incredibly successful and lengthy career in cinema, where he had already attained the status of a cultural icon, Nandamuri Taraka Ramarao embarked on a new, equally impactful journey into the realm of politics. His decision to enter the political arena in the early 1980s was not a sudden whim, but a carefully considered response to the prevailing socio-political conditions in Andhra Pradesh. He felt a deep sense of responsibility towards the Telugu people, whose unwavering adulation had propelled him to legendary heights in the film world. He perceived a need for a political alternative that would uphold the dignity and self-respect of the Telugu-speaking populace, a sentiment that became the cornerstone of his political ideology. On the 29th of March, 1982, NTR founded the Telugu Desam Party, a political entity that aimed to restore what he termed Teluguvari Atma Gauravam, the self-respect of the Telugu people. The formation of the TDP was a watershed moment in Andhra Pradesh politics, challenging the long-standing dominance of the Indian National Congress Party in the state. NTR's entry was electrifying. His immense popularity as an actor translated into massive public support for his nascent party. He embarked on extensive tours across the state in a modified Chevrolet van named Chaitanya Ratham, directly addressing the people, connecting with them on a personal level, and articulating his vision for a prosperous and proud Andhra Pradesh. His campaign was unconventional and highly effective. Drawing upon his powerful oratory skills and his carefully cultivated image as a savior figure from his cinematic roles, he struck a chord with the masses. He spoke passionately about the alleged neglect of Telugu interests by the central government and the need for a regional party that would prioritize the welfare of Andhra Pradesh. His message of Telugu pride and his promises of social justice and efficient governance resonated deeply, particularly with the rural population and the economically weaker sections of society. The TDP's symbol, the bicycle, became synonymous with progress and accessibility, further endearing the party to the common man. The political landscape of Andhra Pradesh was irrevocably altered by NTR's charismatic leadership and the TDP's emergence. He successfully channeled the discontent among the populace and galvanized them into a formidable political force. His promise to fight for the rights and dignity of the Telugu people was not mere rhetoric. It was a deeply felt conviction that emanated from his strong regional identity and his understanding of the people's pulse. The formation of the TDP was thus not just the establishment of a new political party, but the beginning of a significant shift in the state's power dynamics, heralding a new era where regional aspirations would take center stage, championed by a leader who was already a legend. The political wave created by Nandamuri Taraka Ramarao and the Telugu Desam Party culminated in a historic victory in the 1983 Andhra Pradesh Legislative Assembly elections. In a remarkable feat, NTR became the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh just 9 months after forming his party, a testament to his incredible popularity and the people's yearning for change. His ascent to power marked the first time a non-Congress party had formed a government in the state, signaling a significant political transformation. As Chief Minister, NTR sought to implement policies that reflected his commitment to social welfare and the upliftment of the underprivileged, directly addressing the needs of the common citizen. During his 3 terms as Chief Minister, from 1983 to 1984, then again from 1984 to 1989, after a brief dismissal that he successfully fought, and finally from 1994 to 1995, NTR introduced several landmark welfare schemes that had a profound impact on the lives of millions. Perhaps the most famous of these was the subsidized rice scheme, providing rice at 2 rupees per kilogram to poor families. This initiative was a lifeline for many, ensuring food security and alleviating poverty to a considerable extent. He also focused on providing subsidized clothing, Janata Vastralu, and housing for the poor, demonstrating a clear pro-poor stance in his governance, which further solidified his image as a Praja Nayakudu, or people's leader. NTR's administration also took significant steps to empower women and backward classes. He introduced reservations for women in local bodies and government jobs, a progressive measure for its time. His government focused on strengthening local governance and ensuring that the benefits of development reached the grassroots level. However, his tenure was not without its challenges. He faced internal party dissent and periods of political instability, including a controversial ousting from his position in August 1984 by the then Governor Ramarao, only to be reinstated a month later after demonstrating his majority support through massive public protests. This episode further highlighted his fighting spirit and the immense public backing he commanded. Despite the political turbulence, including being unseated from power in an internal party coup led by his son-in-law N. Chandrababu Naidu in August 1995, NTR's contributions as chief minister left an indelible mark on Andhra Pradesh. His emphasis on Telugu pride, his welfare measures, and his direct connect with the people reshaped the political discourse of the state. He brought a certain dynamism and populism to governance that was both celebrated and critiqued, but his genuine concern for the welfare of the masses was rarely questioned. His policies aimed at empowering the marginalized sections of society, and his efforts to uphold the dignity of the Telugu people remain significant aspects of his political legacy. The immense contributions of Nandamuri Taraka Ramarao to the world of Indian cinema were recognized through a plethora of prestigious awards and honors, each a testament to his exceptional talent and enduring impact. As early as 1968, the government of India conferred upon him the Padma Shri, one of the country's highest civilian honors, in acknowledgement of his distinguished service in the field of arts. This national recognition underscored his status not just as a regional icon, but as a significant figure in the broader landscape of Indian cinema, a true jewel in the crown of the nation's artistic heritage. His artistic endeavors consistently pushed boundaries and set new standards for excellence. His prowess as an actor and filmmaker also earned him multiple national film awards, the most coveted cinematic honors in India. He received accolades for his role as a co-producer for the socially relevant film in 1954, which won the Certificate of Merit for Best Feature Film in Telugu. Later, his production in 1960, a mythological masterpiece, also secured the Certificate of Merit for Best Feature Film in Telugu. Furthermore, his directorial finesse was recognized when in 1969 won the National Film Award for Best Feature Film in Telugu, a remarkable achievement that highlighted his multifaceted cinematic genius, proving his capabilities extended far beyond just acting in front of the camera. In addition to national honors, NTR was a dominant force at the Filmfare Awards South, consistently winning acclaim for his powerful performances. He was honored with an impressive 10 Filmfare Awards for Best Actor Telugu, a remarkable feat spanning nearly 2 decades from the mid-1950s to the early 1970s. These awards, decided by both critics and popular vote, reflected his widespread appeal and the consistent quality of his work across a variety of roles and genres. The Andhra Pradesh state government also recognized his directorial talent, bestowing upon him the Best Director Award for in 1969, further cementing his reputation as a master craftsman of cinema within his home state. These awards and accolades, while numerous, only partially capture the magnitude of NTR's achievements and the reverence he commanded. Beyond the glittering trophies and formal recognitions, his greatest reward was undoubtedly the unwavering love and adoration of millions of fans who saw him not just as an actor or a politician, but as a symbol of their aspirations and cultural identity. The title Vishwa Vikyatha Nata Sarvabhauma, Universal Emperor of Acting, was bestowed upon him by the people, a spontaneous expression of their admiration that perhaps outweighed any formal award. His garland of glory was woven with the genuine affection of the masses he served and entertained. Nandamuri Taraka Ramarao passed away on January 18, 1996, but his legacy continues to burn brightly, an eternal flame illuminating the paths of Telugu cinema and Andhra Pradesh politics. His influence is not confined to the past, it permeates the present and inspires future generations. In the realm of cinema, he set unparalleled standards for acting, particularly in mythological and historical roles, creating portrayals that remain iconic and definitive. Aspiring actors, including his own grandson, the popular star Jr. NTR, often look up to his performances for inspiration, studying his dedication, versatility, and the sheer magnetism he exuded on screen. His films, imbued with cultural and moral values, continue to be cherished and revisited. His political legacy is equally profound. By founding the Telugu Desam Party and championing the cause of Telugu self-respect, NTR fundamentally altered the political landscape of Andhra Pradesh. He demonstrated that regional aspirations could be a powerful political force, and that governance could be reoriented towards the welfare of the common man. The welfare schemes he initiated, particularly the subsidized rice program, became benchmarks for pro-poor policies in India. His emphasis on Telugu identity and culture significantly raised national consciousness about the richness and distinctiveness of the Telugu heritage, fostering a sense of pride among Telugu-speaking people worldwide. His political journey continues to be a subject of study and debate. The cultural impact of NTR is immeasurable. He was more than just an actor or a politician. He became a phenomenon, a larger-than-life figure who embodied the dreams and aspirations of millions. His statues dot the landscape of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, and his birth and death anniversaries are commemorated with great fervor by fans, family, and political followers alike. Events like the Kalavedika NTR Film Awards are held in his honor, celebrating cinematic excellence. Today, on his 102nd birth anniversary, numerous tributes are being paid across the globe, from floral offerings by his family members like Jr. NTR and Nandamuri Kalyan Ram at NTR Ghat, to events organized by NRI TDP chapters, such as the Mini Mahanadu in Frankfurt, Germany, signifying his enduring global appeal. NTR's life story, from the fields of Nimakuru to the zenith of cinematic glory and the seat of political power, remains a compelling narrative of ambition, talent, and an unbreakable bond with the people. He was a true visionary who dared to dream big and had the tenacity to turn those dreams into reality. His contributions have left an indelible mark on the socio-cultural and political fabric of the Telugu states. The light that NTR ignited continues to guide and inspire, ensuring that his name and his deeds will be remembered for generations to come. A true legend whose influence transcends time, truly a light that never ever dies.